Hey everybody, welcome back to Kelly's Creations. This is my favorite time of year, spooky season. So today we are going to make a broom using a Dollar Tree plunger and some rope. Oh my gosh, this broom is so stinking cute. You're gonna love it. Now I used furniture markers. I'm showing so I don't bore you, just the first step. I actually used 4 markers for this, and I highlighted different areas with different colors, and it really gave it a great wood grain effect. As you can see, look how pretty. Those are the 4 colors I used, and you only have to do like 3/4 of the plunger wooden part. Then you come in with your rope. I only used 1 bundle of this white rope because it frays into a lot of rope. You get an obscene amount of rope once you can get the sticky part off the end. That's always my struggle. I tell you, struggle is real. So once I had that, I'm going to come in, and I think there's 4 different parts to this rope, and you're just going to untwine them. Is that a word? I think it is. And that's like the worst part of this project, is getting all of those layers separated. So once they are separated, now you can start measuring how long your pieces will be. I thought maybe I could just start fraying it right now. Yeah, I actually tried a few different times to fray it in this video, and then I left it alone because I liked the way it looked. So right now I'm just measuring. So you want to come where you've colored the wood down and leave a little excess past the plunger, because that's going to come into play. So I measured 1 piece and then I cut the rest. So you can keep separating these until you have little bitty pieces of rope. And you could make this broom as thick as you want if you want to put in the time of separating each of these little pieces of rope. I separated a lot. As you're going to see, I had a nice big bundle and it worked out perfect. Look at all that rope I got. It is a little time consuming, but the effort is worth it because this broom is so cute at the end. So now I took my plunger, I took one of the pieces of rope, and I'm just going to eyeball where I want to start gluing it down. And I took 1 piece of rope at a time, and I glued it down to the plunger going all the way around. This is the first layer. So don't worry if there's gaps. We're going to do, I think, 3 more layers. This is just the first layer to get a nice little coat of rope down on the plunger. So once I had that first layer down, I'm going to come in with a zip tie, and I'm going to secure that first layer with a zip tie. Even though it's glued, I'm going to be pulling on it and maneuvering the rope, and I don't want it to come off of the plunger. And zip tie works perfect. Now for the second layer, I'm not going to glue it. I'm just going to grab little small bundles of rope, and using my hand to hold it in place, I'm just going to keep going around the plunger until I am all the way around to the other side. Then I'm going to grab a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie the second layer down as well. Okay, so it's coming along really nice. I separated it into 2, and I grabbed bigger handfuls of rope, and I'm going to fill in the gaps on each side so that there's a nice big amount of rope going around this, and zip tie this down as well. As you can see, this is not going anywhere. There's so many layers of zip tie on this. I can actually now start playing with the rope and maneuvering it the way I want, and I'm not pulling any of the rope off the plunger. So the zip ties work out really well. I am going to I do this throughout the video of like spinning it. I was trying to get it a little more frayed, which really wasn't working, but I still have rope left, so we're going to do one more layer and put the rest of this rope in places that I think is lacking a little bit, and just kind of filling in the gaps with my excess rope. And we're going to zip tie it one more time. The zip ties will be hidden, so don't worry about how many layers of zip ties you put on this. I would rather have it held together than falling apart. And the zip ties are clear, so you don't see them. I do a little haircut on the top. It needed a little trim. Keep the excess. Anything you cut, anything you trim is going to come into play right now. Now, I've seen people paint the plunger black, but they were also using like jute brownish colored rope to do this. Since I used white rope, or cream, I guess you would call it, I didn't want to paint the plunger black because you would see it. I definitely don't want to keep the plunger the way it is because you'll see it. So all the excess that you've trimmed off, you just use some hot glue and cover that plunger with the excess rope, and it will blend in to your broom. I do fill up as much as I can, but I am going to give this a little more of a haircut for like the longer pieces here that I know will hang off too much. And I'm going to come back in and I'm going to fill in the gaps of the plunger. Okay, it's looking good. That plunger is pretty much covered. So now I'm going to take some of the inside layers of rope and I'm going to hot glue them to the end of that rubber plunger. And I'm going to go all the way around just using the inside rope, none of the outside rope, and make a nice layer going all the way around. This is going to kind of secure it in place, but it's going to hide a lot of the inside gaps. Hopefully that makes sense, because I'm trying to not see the plunger at all. So once I have that inside layer, I'm going to come around and I'm going to kind of maneuver my broom to sit the way I want it. The great thing about using a plunger is this broom stands on its own, which is amazing. This project is great for Halloween if you decorate for Halloween, but if you decorate for fall, this broom can be used in fall decor too. How stinking cute. I come in with hot glue. Any gaps, anywhere that I want the broom to settle, I put hot glue. So I would love for you guys to hit that subscribe button right now. If you haven't yet, ring that bell for future notifications. I would love to have you join our little Kelly's Creation family. That would be awesome. And share with your friends. So again, I'm just kind of going around grabbing little bundles and I'm putting the broom in place where I want it, plus hiding all and any gaps. So now, to have a little more secure base, this is just a piece of cardboard that I had covered in white craft paper. I am going to trace around my broom and I'm going to add that plunger to a more secure base, but you're not going to see this. So I just kind of glue that white paper back down on this. I probably didn't need to, but just in case. And then I am going to use super glue. And I'm going, oh, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right now, I'm covering the outside of this with Dollar Tree craft glue. I'm putting an abundance of it on there, and you'll see why. I take my little rubber tool, and I kind of smooth that glue just around the outside edges. Now I take super glue, and it kind of went off camera. But what I did with this super glue is I went all around the edge of the rubber plunger. I stuck it down in the center, and now I'm pushing my rope onto that little platform I made and pushing that rope into the glue so that it will always sit and look exactly the way I want. I wanted the broom to kind of be, I don't know what you would call it, like frilly around the edges, like when you sit it down and it kind of smooths out at the bottom. So that's what I'm going for right now. And all of that rope is stuck to my paper now. So it's never going to move, and it's always going to look the way I have it right now. So using some jute wire cord, I shove it into the zip tie, and then I just start wrapping that wire jute all the way around the top. This hides all of my zip ties, plus all brooms usually have some kind of wrapping around the top, and it gives it more of a broom look. And now, if you want to, I like the frayed edges coming off of the top. I do give it a little bit more of a haircut, this time holding it because I'm not going to be using these pieces, and I don't want it falling into my broom. So right now, I'm just going to give it another little haircut. So I got these Halloween tags off of Temu, and one of them had a W on it, and it actually talked about the Salem witch trials, and I thought that would be perfect since I am using my broom for Halloween decor. So I thought the W and the fact that it talks about the witch trials would be really neat to add to my broom. Now, if you're not using this for Halloween decor, you could put a bow on it, or you could leave it just the way it is, or make your own tag to have it say anything you would like. I wrap the string around, and here's the final reveal. Oh, this broom's so cute. Oh my goodness, look at this. And it blows my mind this was made out of a plunger. I mean, it will stand up upright. Oh, I just love this. When Halloween's over, you could put some pumpkins around this and decorate this for fall. So you can use it for 2 seasons, which is always a plus. I got this cute little Salem pillow cover off of, it was Temu or Amazon. If it's Amazon, I will link it below. But look at this, so cute. This broom cost me like $3 to make, and it was super fun to make and share with you all. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button, leave me a comment below, hit the subscribe, all that goodness. And I will see you next week for another Halloween video. Love y'all. Bye.